friends, welcome back to my channel. I have good news for you guys today. The UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has put out a statement in an attempt to clarify some information based on the 5-point immigration plan that is set to commence in spring 2024. So in this video, we're going to be looking at what those changes are and how they affect you. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Scholastica, and on this channel I talk about how you can travel abroad without spending money on travel agents. So if you go through my channel, you'll find videos on immigration, travel, nursing, how to find jobs abroad, and how to settle abroad with your family. So make sure you stick around. If you are not subscribed to my channel yet, please click the subscribe button below and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop more videos like this. So without wasting much time, let's go ahead with the purpose of this video. So within the past 2 weeks, the UK government released a 5-point immigration plan that is supposed to cut down immigration to the UK. And within that plan, they talked about skilled workers earning £38,700 before they will be able to get a visa to come over to the UK. They also talked about those applying for family visas to come to the UK, and they said unless you are earning £38,700, you cannot invite your family over to come and live with you in the UK. And they also said this affects those that are planning to renew their visa. So whether you're in the UK or not, it affects you. Now, this statement caused a lot of issues. A lot of British people, a lot of residents in the UK, they were complaining and they were like, do you mean it's only the rich people that should come to the UK and live with their families? So the UK government was under a lot of pressure, and now they are talking about reviewing this policy and making some changes. So let's us first of all talk about those coming on skilled worker visa. Now, in the previous plan, if you are coming to the UK on a skilled worker visa, you need to be earning at least £38,700 annually to be able to get a visa. And remember that if you are also bringing your family over, you also have to earn £38,700 to be able to sponsor your family over to the UK. Now, this thing that I'm going to say is not new. I already said it in my previous video. I'm going to leave the link to that video. Those people coming on health and care worker visas are exempted from this £38,700. Now, I understand where this confusion is coming from. People are confusing the skilled worker visa with the health and care worker visa. So just to clear this confusion, I'm going to show you the occupations that are under the health and care worker visa. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Just follow along with me. Now, if you go to the UK government website under health and care worker visa, you will see that there is a list of occupation here that is eligible for this visa. Now, let's go through it. Your job must be in one of the following occupation codes to qualify for the health and care worker visa. So, health services and public health managers and directors, residential, day and domiciliary care managers and proprietors, biological scientists and biochemists, physical scientists, medical practitioners, psychologists, pharmacists, ophthalmic opticians, dental practitioners, medical radiographers, podiatrists, health professionals that are not elsewhere classified, such as audiologists and occupational health advisors, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, speech and language therapists, therapy professionals that are not elsewhere classified, such as osteopaths and psychotherapists, nurses, midwives, social workers, laboratory technicians, paramedics, dispensing opticians, pharmaceutical technicians, medical and dental technicians, health associate professionals not elsewhere classified, nursing auxiliaries and assistants, dental nurses, care workers and home carers, and senior care workers. Now, if your occupation is not listed among these ones that I just listed now, you do not qualify for the health and care worker visas. You are going to be under the skilled worker visa, and that is where this £38,700 applies to you. I'm also going to leave the link to this list in the description box below, so you can go ahead and go through the list again for you to understand this whole thing. Now, that aside, let's look at the other part of this plan that says that those that are planning to bring their family over to the UK must be earning £38,700 for them to be able to sponsor their family members to come and live with them in the UK. Now, does this affect of you that are already in the UK that are planning to renew their visas, will you still be able to bring your family over even if you don't earn this £38,700? Now we're going to go back to the news article that was released about this statement, and again I'm going to be sharing my screen with you, so just follow along with me. Rishi Sunak seeks to calm minimum income visa fears. So from next spring, British citizens and those settled in the UK must be earning at least £38,700 to bring in foreign family members. The government initially said the new rule would also cover people already in the UK who were reapplying for visas. Now, this was what was stated in the previous rule. The previous rule was that for you to bring your family over, both British citizens and those already settled in the UK. So if you are here and you already have your indefinite leave to remain and you want to bring your family over, you have to be earning £38,700 to bring in foreign family members. And it's also saying that the new rule would also cover people already in the UK who were reapplying for visas. So that means that even if you are in the UK, it also applies to you. Now, this was what was said previously. Now, in this new statement, it went further to say, but Mr. Sunak confirms that the policy was being rethought. Being rethought, meaning, okay, yes, they understand now that this thing was not really thought out well before they came out to say this is what is going to happen from spring 2024. So now they are rethinking it again. Now let's continue. Labour MP Sir Stephen Timms said the marriage plans of thousands of couples were dashed last week by the sudden announcement of a big increase in the salary requirement for a spouse visa. Can the Prime Minister give any reassurance to those with very well advanced marriage plans that appear now to have been scuppered, and to families already in the UK? This is actually the most important part. Forget that my pronunciation. And to families already in the UK who need to extend their stay, who won't comply with the new rules, Mr. Sunak said it was right that anyone bringing dependents to the UK must be able to support them financially, and the income threshold had not been increased in over a decade. Okay, but he said the Home Office was looking at transitional arrangements to ensure that they are fair, and an announcement will be made shortly. On NBC Radio, Home Secretary James Cleverly said he understood people's concerns about the new higher salary threshold and he hopes to clarify the rules shortly. Asked if people already living in the UK would be okay, he said yes, this is a forward-looking proposal rather than backward. Newly appointed legal immigration officer Tom later came under pressure to confirm that people already living in the UK would not be forced to leave the country if they earned less than 38,000. Did you see that? Did you see that? So before they were saying even though you were in the UK, you must earn £38,700 for you to bring your family over. Both British citizens, both those that already have ILR are already settled in the UK. This rules applies to them. But now they are saying that people already living in the UK would be okay. This is a forward-looking proposal rather than backward. And that people already living in the UK would not be forced to leave the country if they earned less than 38,000. So you see that if you are already in the UK, that means you don't have to worry yourself about this new £38,700 limit. This does not apply to you. It only applies to those people that are coming after this new rule will be proposed. That is after spring 2024. Now, although it is not stated here, hear me clearly because a lot of people are misinterpreting this. Although it is not stated here if this also affects those on skilled worker visas, because skilled worker visa is totally different from family visa. The skilled worker visa is a points-based visa. So if you are coming as a dependent to someone on a skilled worker visa, it means this person still holds a visa. He's still holding a work visa. The person is not settled here in the UK at all. But family visa is separate. Family visa are for those that are already settled in the UK. So British citizens, those with indefinite leave to remain, maybe you had a skilled worker visa before, but you've completed your 5 years in the UK and now you now have indefinite leave to remain. You are going to be applying for a family visa to bring your family over. But those people that are still under skilled worker visas are going to be applying for dependent visa, skilled worker dependent visa, not family visa. Some people are still confusing these two, and I hope that this video is going to clarify some of this confusion. Now, back to what I was saying. Although it is not stated here, if you read through this article very well, you will see that the Prime Minister was not actually giving a clear statement. He was like kind of dodgy in a way. So it was not really stated here that those coming on skilled worker dependent visa are going to be exempted. Although it's saying in the article that this policy is going to be rethought. So in my own interpretation, I would say it does not make any sense for those people that are already here, even on care worker visas, health and care worker visas, skilled worker visas. It just does not make any sense to say that you cannot bring your dependents over to the UK. So in my own opinion, I would say you should calm down. Don't stress too much over it. I don't think your dependents are going to be asked to go back to their country. If they are going to be rethinking this whole thing, I feel like it should apply to those people that are coming after spring 2024. So if you're already here in the UK, I would say you are safe. Now, there are some people that are still rushing to go and get married and bring their families over. I don't really blame those people. They are just trying to be safe. And left for me, if I'm in their shoes, I would also try to do that, because UK government is not really certain about anything. They can say one thing today, and then the next day they'll just come out and say, oh, these new rules affect everybody. So I kind of understand the people that are planning to bring their family over to the UK now before spring 2024. So I understand where they are coming from, but I don't want you to be under any pressure to rush back home and start bringing your dependents over. Like I said before, this policy, this plan is going to be rethought, and in my own opinion, I don't think anybody that is already in the UK should be affected by these new rules. So for those people that are planning to come to the UK after spring 2024, this is what applies to you. And again, we're going to go back to the article. If you go straight to the end of the article, it says when applying for the initial visa from outside the UK, only the sponsor's income can be counted towards the minimum income threshold. That means that if you are applying for your family and they are still outside the UK, you that is in the UK, you are the main visa holder, you are the sponsor, you have to earn at least £38,700. Now, for extensions and permanent residents, partners must have a combined income of £38,700. This means that if you already bring your family over, now remember, this is not for those people that are already in the UK now. This is for those that are going to be coming after spring 2024. So after this new rule is already in place, if you are coming and then you are bringing your family over, you have to make sure that you, the sponsor, you are earning £38,700. Now, if your family are already here with you, then you can combine income to have £38,700. I hope that makes sense. If you've watched this video to this point and you are still confused about anything, please let me know in the comment section below. I will try to answer your questions to the best of my knowledge. And if you liked this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like this video, share this video to as many people as you think would benefit from this video. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I love